Hello, my name is Brian, and I'm on Ozempic. All right. I know it might not be that serious. I mean, I hope it isn't. But what we're going to do is, this is my vlog series, a video series of my weight loss journey and being on Ozempic and how I got here and thoughts around the GLP-1 and things that I learned, kind of the things that I fight to make this a successful journey. And hopefully you'll tune in and you will enjoy it too. But really it's just a way for me to build dialogue, build a level of accountability, and hopefully help others out there that might be going through the same thing. Currently, unfortunately, I similar to many of those in my community, the Black community, Black males specifically, I end up having high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes, and I'm only 44 years old. So I got the whole trifecta. Now, you have to be honest with myself on how I got here. So one of my big things, and some of my friends who hung out with me and been to different places, I have a saying that you should always know your demons. And so what that means to me is understanding what your shortcomings are. So when you see you approaching them, you're not surprised, and hopefully you do better at combating them. So how did I get here? I had terrible eating habits, and I had the most fun having them. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I went through the things I would eat, it's horrible. And I try not to do that again, but I'm real with myself. It's my fault. I think it all started back in college. After I stopped marching in the band, so I was in the Tennessee State Aristocratic Bands marching, and in that program you end up doing a lot of exercising. So again, I play tuba. I had to be in enough shape to march with a tuba and play for 5-mile marches. So at that point you're in some decent shape. You can about eat what you want, but then I got out of the band and then transferred to a different school and just completely stopped exercising, but I didn't change what I would eat. And then I did a lot of the late night Taco Bells, Waffle House. Then graduating from college, I would do things like on the way to work, stop by Chick-fil-A and get a combo and an extra biscuit, and then have a large lunch, and then do the same thing for dinner. And then continuously do this every day, eating out 3 to 4 times a day, and not really exercising, and not really managing or even caring what I was eating because I was enjoying myself. Then turn around on the weekends, you got happy hours, you go to the club, you hang out and drink, and then you eat more late night food. And there was a lot of eating and going directly to bed. And so over time, things would happen and I would notice them, but I wouldn't ask, whatever. Like I would notice that my legs would swell and then shrink, and then swell and then shrink. And then eventually they start having some level of discoloration. And even at one point, I started to notice discoloration on my face, which, like on the sides, which I think is a sign of, if you don't already have diabetes, you're pretty close to it. A lot of that is going away. But yeah, it was my fault for sure. I did it all, and I kind of ignored all the signs. Wasn't going to the doctor. It was really just enjoying life, doing whatever I wanted to do with essentially no remorse. And so that's how I got to where I am now. Why Ozempic? So if I go back to my history, and again, I've tried to lose weight many of times, and I'm pretty close to my best attempt at losing weight in the past right now. I think I was as high as about 330, 340. And then I've been pre-Ozempic, just with working out, I've been as low as 280. Something about getting below 280 has been a little tricky for me. But that's kind of been the range. And weirdly enough, what would happen is, it's kind of funny, but not really. I would go through spells of getting in shape. And the first time I got a trainer, I lost a lot of weight. My stamina was great. Started playing tennis better. Everything was going good. Then got pregnant with my first baby. My wife and I got pregnant with our first baby. Needed extra money. Stopped working out with a trainer. Stopped working out altogether. Gained all the weight back. Then second time around, we wanted to have a second kid, so we went through that process of visiting the fertility specialist, and they said, of course, you need to lose weight. So start working on losing weight, eating better. Both of us lost weight. As soon as we lost weight, boom, pregnant again. Stopped working out, went back to living life, managing 2 kids, and ended up gaining all the weight back. Then comes the pandemic. Pandemic, you stuck in the house, and thanks to Effect Fitness, but while we're home, we might as well work out and get back in better shape again. Went on it again, my wife and I. Both of us lost 20, 30 pounds apiece. Took pictures, face looking skinny, great shape again. Guess what happened again? Wasn't even trying. Pregnant with the 3rd kid. So now at this point, subconsciously, I'm building a correlation that every time I lose weight, we have a kid. So now I'm kind of afraid to lose weight because I don't want to have no more kids. So went back to eating like I was before and kind of blew back up to being 300 plus again. Then went to the doctor, started a routine. I fell off the routine. Got my A1C down to about like a 5.3, which was really good. Fell off, shot right back up. So this time around, I decided I am going to, and then around that same time period, the doctor recommended that I get lap band surgery, which I have friends who've done it, gotten great results. Went through that process. It kind of irked me. It was during the tail end of the pandemic. I just didn't feel right going underneath the knife to have that elective surgery. Paid for it, went through all the preliminary things, met with the psychiatrist, did all the things you have to do to get ready to go through the surgery. The morning of the surgery, my wife and I were driving. I just couldn't do it, I'll be honest with you. I was too scared, too nervous to be put under, and I think my thoughts wouldn't allow it to go well. Because I do believe that your thoughts can become reality, and your thoughts can change what your reality is and your thoughts can become things. And so going into a situation like a surgery with negative thoughts, you're probably gonna get negative results. So mentally, I wasn't in the right space for it. So again, pulled out of that, stopped going to the doctor altogether. It was about a year or so. And then I was like, all right, I need to get back on. I got 3 kids now, got a vasectomy done, so I don't have to worry about having a baby. So that subconscious fear of losing weight and having kids is gone because I went ahead and did the medical procedures to take care of that. So went to the doctor. Of course, he was quite angry with me for not following through, and was like, you gotta prove to me that you're gonna be serious about it. And if you are, then I'll work with you. I'll get you on the right medicines and we can help you pull this weight off. So started back on it. And now I'm getting to why I ended up on Ozempic. So the first medicine they gave me, which I didn't realize, which I don't think was explained to me well, was Rybelsus, and I'll put the name on it in the video. The first medicine he put me on was Rybelsus, which is kind of a lighter version of the same active ingredient that Ozempic has. And I'll be honest with you, I failed at that one specifically because I didn't know what it was supposed to do. So that medicine essentially is an appetite suppressant, just like Ozempic, and I'll put the active ingredient below somewhere, but it contains a GLP-1 that should help you suppress your food. And during that time period, I remember telling my wife that, you know, sometimes I eat and I'm not even hungry. I'm just eating because the family's eating and it's time for us to eat, so I just need to go ahead and eat. But half the time I'm not even hungry. And that was because the Rybelsus was working, but because I didn't know what it was supposed to do and what I was supposed to be looking out for and what I should feel, and that the purpose was to feel less hungry, I ignored it and I just ate through it. But it didn't have any side effects or anything like that. So did that for a while, and that was the first time on Rybelsus. So when I got back to my doctor, he put me back on Rybelsus again. Still didn't really explain it, but I was already focused on trying to lose weight. When I went to that doctor's appointment, I already lost like 10, 15 pounds. And my goal was to continue to lose more and more weight at every doctor's appointment, which I did, to kind of show my commitment to losing weight and getting better. And it worked. So eventually it was like, all right, you're losing weight, your A1C came down some, but I wanted to come down faster. So we're gonna put you on Ozempic. And that's how I got here to be on Ozempic and making these videos. So I want this to be a successful journey. And so part of the reason I'm making videos is to help hold myself accountable to what I'm supposed to be doing, to make sure I continue to exercise, work out, eat right, and, you know, share this journey, because I'm learning about all of this in real time. So if you are on Ozempic or been through any of those other GLP-1s, please, you know, give me your feedback. What have you learned from it? What are you going through? What are some of the side effects that you've noticed? What are some of your worries? But at this point, I've read a lot of the risk, and I'll do another video on risk, but and my worries. But at this point, I'm 44 with 3 kids, and I gotta be around to see them grow up. So I decided this time around I'm just gonna do whatever the doctor says. And but yeah, these vlogs, these discussions, are just to let people know that yeah, there's people out here too. So thanks for watching. If you're interested in this type of subject, please subscribe, like, do all the things, and I'll make more videos on this journey. Thank you again for watching.